Hello YouTube, my name is Roderick Horton and today I'm going to be discussing a camcorder that I find usable and acceptable for YouTube content creation and just content creation in general. It is the Sony HDR-CX240. Now this particular camcorder is available at Walmart for less than $200 new, and it's also available on eBay in a lot of cases used for less than $100. It has a 9.2 megapixel CCD. It takes still images as well as recording video to micro SD card. The microphone is a stereo recording device and its volume levels are adjustable, and I find it acceptable. I want to tell you that it has several features that I find handy, such as tilt swivel on the viewfinder. That way, while you're watching your video, you can actually see what you're recording and determine if you need to do a reshoot almost on the fly. A lot of times I'll record straight through, start to finish, and go back and review my recording and look at points that need a retake or need to be reshot. And a lot of times I will reshoot those videos for that one particular segment, edit it out in the post-production process, and go from there. Again, this camcorder can accept a 64 gigabyte micro SD card, which is also available at Walmart. It needs a class 10 micro SD card, so anything up to 64 gigabyte is acceptable. Now I'm going to try a 128 gigabyte card eventually to see if what happened was, at the time of printing the manual and manufacture of the camcorder, 64 gigabyte was the standard. But then keep in mind that 64 gigabyte of record time, you can take this camera with you on a vacation and record a week or so of footage and not run out of space. Now the good thing is, because micro SD cards are relatively inexpensive, $13 for a 64 gigabyte class 10 card, you could buy 4 or 5 of those, record your entire vacation, a wedding event, pre-wedding events, and pretty much put together your video with video editing software that you can find reasonably online, free of charge. And the video editing software that I'm speaking of is DaVinci Resolve. It's one of the more advanced editors out there, and it's free. You have a host of features that allow you to edit your video, render it without a watermark, and upload it to YouTube. You can upload it within DaVinci itself, or you can render the file out, review it, and then manually upload it to YouTube if you so desire. Well, let's get back to the Sony HDR-CX240. As you can see, it's light and it's compact. Now I've been holding it steady with one hand for quite a bit in this one video. I need to open the lens so that you could see something other than the black screen on the viewfinder. this camcorder has it all. You could, in theory, buy 2 of these and shoot your own sitcom, your own commercials, your own mini movie. A short, a 30-minute movie can be shot with this camcorder because of the recording capabilities. And who knows, you could be the next sensation in Hollywood. You could get your Emmy or a Grammy if you're doing music and all that kind of stuff. And the potential and possibilities are limitless. So let's get down to it. It doesn't have Wi-Fi. It doesn't have a remote control. But the image quality, the audio quality is more than acceptable. Now, people get lost on the idea of 4K, 6K, and 8K. But if you're just starting out, this is more than what you need. You're not at the point or the professional level yet where you're getting ready to get into contract negotiations with Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, Roku. Had a guy call me from Roku and offer me a large sum of money, but because of my background, I could not move at the time. I got charged with attempted murder when I was the victim of a vicious assault. It was a bogus charge, but I pled guilty. And we'll go over that in other videos. But the charges impacted my life more than simply going to prison for 9 years and 10 months and 30 days. 28 days, excuse me. And it's causing problems in my life that I should not have. I don't do drugs. I don't drink alcohol. I'm not a problem-causing person. I have issues, but I don't cause issues. Let's get back to the camcorder. It's compact. You can see that I'm holding it here steady without much movement. It has anti-shake technology built in. It has face smile detection. It has all kinds of things going for it. It has a countdown timer. You could really make some exceptional videos with this camcorder if you just take the time to adjust its features as you need them to have them adjusted. Learn the functions of those features and the application as far as what you need it to do. Sony has software that when you open up the viewfinder, it'll tell you how to download the software and everything so that you can edit your videos with Sony software. But I recommend that you go to blackmagicdesign.com and download DaVinci Resolve. It's free. It's the little brother of the $300 version of the program called Studio. Blackmagic's DaVinci Studio is $300. Blackmagic DaVinci Resolve is free. It's free to download. You don't have to pay to download it. You don't have to pay to activate it. You just go to their website, sign up, put your name, email, city and state, and just a phone number, I think, and then click agree and download, and you're good to go. It's about 2.4 gigabyte file size, so if you don't have a fast internet connection at home and you have a laptop or something, you may want to download it at the library or whatever. Take a flash drive with you, stick it in, download the software, copy it over to your flash drive, bring it home, install it on your computer, or you can take your desktop if you have, your laptop if you have a laptop, download it that way, and then do your uploads there. Now, I recently moved into this apartment that I'm in now, and the library is less than a block away. Literally, you drive to the end of the street, make a right from where I live, and then the library is right there. It's less than a block away. I could walk there every morning with my laptop if I so choose, and upload videos, download information off the internet or whatever, but I happen to have internet here with me, so I don't need to worry about all that. This is a good component for you just starting out with your YouTube uploads and content creation. Now, you're wondering why I'm not really talking about this camcorder that much. It's because I'm shooting with another camcorder to inspect the recording qualities of it. It's a HDC camcorder, HFD camcorder I got off eBay for $71. It says it records in 4K, but that's only for the still images that it records. I have lighting here, studio lighting here, so my image quality may be a little bit better than what you might get if you just bought the camera alone. Let me give you a quick rundown of some of the things that you may need for your content creation. Obviously, you need a camcorder. Secondly, you would need studio lights. You would also need a tripod for your camcorder to hold it still and get the shot centered and framed, and you just provide your speaking content as you see fit. Now, at Walmart they have a camcorder tripod that costs $31, $34 or so after taxes, like $31.99, and then after tax you're looking at $34 or $35. But I want to tell you a little trick. It has a smartphone cradle in it, so in theory you don't have to buy a camcorder. You can set your smartphone on airplane mode, put it on the tripod in the smartphone cradle, start recording, and then edit your video with DaVinci Resolve, which is free, and start creating content. Now, I use an iPhone 7 that has 128 gigabyte of memory and a 4K camera on the back of the phone. The implications are I can shoot in 4K, have somebody monitor the screen for correct orientation of the camera to make sure I'm framed correctly, and then I can provide content in 4K. I can edit with DaVinci Resolve in 1920 by 1080, but I think you might go up to 3180 by 1080. So, and this is in Resolve, not Studio. I use a program called Vegas Pro Edit 18 for editing videos. So we're just talking about nothing, rambling on about the Sony HDR-CX240, but it's not the center of attention. I'm talking about everything but the camcorder. Well, we've discussed some of the things that you would need to start your actual video shoot. You can buy the $35 tripod at Walmart with the smartphone camera cradle, and shoot your videos for less than $35. You most likely already own a smartphone. More than likely it has 4K video recording capabilities. I think Galaxy 9 and above has that capability. The iPhone 7 and above has that capability. And the audio quality, the video quality is excellent. Make sure you clean your lens before each shot, because if you're like me and you've got fingerprints on your camcorder or your smartphone camera lens, that shows up in your videos. I'm going to shut this down in a few minutes, but before I do, I'm going to go over a few features of the Sony HDR-CX240 and show you how to shoot extra long videos. You might have the idea in your mind that you want to shoot a video for 1 or 2 hours, but if you buy it used off eBay, it may come with a battery that won't hold a charge for that long. Right here inside the handle is a USB plug-in. Now, with a little fellow like this, which costs $9, this is a backup battery with 2 USB charging ports on it and a micro charging port for the battery itself. You could, in theory, hook that battery up to this with an extension cable and record for 2 or 3 hours. The idea is the battery that's in the camera will charge the will provide power to the camera while you're recording and changing out batteries. You could go for a very long time if you had 2 or 3 of these batteries and just wanted to talk on and on and on and on about nothing to get your point across. You could have somebody following you around with the camcorder, recording your actions and your thoughts, and before the battery dies, simply change it out. You have one continuous run for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, and not have to worry about drop footage because of depleted batteries. Now, that's enough for me running on, talking about nothing, and boring you to death. I just really wanted to test the recording qualities of this camera that I paid $71 for off eBay. It's a DVC camera, which I guess stands for DVC, digital video camcorder. But I only paid $71 for it. It has a shotgun mic that hooks up to the hot shoe device. It came with a cable to plug it in, audio cable to plug it into the camcorder. You hear the quality of it as you're listening to the video. It's something to think about. You could outfit your whole studio with the next stimulus check for less than $500. You could buy a green screen backdrop, lights, and a camcorder for about $350. Then you can buy all the accessories you need to include tripod, carrying bags, extra micro SD cards for your camcorder, carrying case for your micro SD cards with adapters, and get yourself organized in a manner that once you got your equipment purchased and got proficient in using it and editing your actual videos, wow, I know of people that make $7,000 per month from AdSense with just their YouTube videos alone. Now, to keep in reference with my rambling, I'm going to ramble just a little bit more. use your smartphone memo feature to record you talking about a subject. This allows you to critique your own recording capability. You can record video and critique it that way. Just because you record video does not mean you have to publish it to YouTube. Even if you did publish it to YouTube, it can be a private video where only the people that you send links to can actually view it, and then you don't have to send links to anybody. You can review it on your smartphone or computer just to see how you look to the YouTube nation. I'm going to call it quits. We're going to end this video, and we're going to assemble it on YouTube. I'm going to say on the computer, render it, and upload it to YouTube just so you can see a crazy man rant about nothing. So we're going to pause, and then we'll shut the camera down after I pause, so I have a segment of video to cut off without it being abrupt.